Kregon's Dark War, reasons. Kregon's War and the Council of Demons. As the crimson skies of the infernal realm roiled with anger, whispers spread like wildfire among the denizens of darkness. Demons, once secure in their dominion over the abyss, now found themselves gripped by a primal fear that clawed at the very essence of their being. It began with murmurs, faint and fleeting, of whispers carried on the winds of damnation. Whispers of mortals, foolish and audacious, who dared to tread where no living soul should dare. Whispers of humans who had found a way, a path carved through the very fabric of existence itself, to breach the boundaries of hell and gaze upon its forbidden depths. And so it was that the Council of Demons convened, their forms twisted and grotesque, their eyes burning with a primal hunger as they gathered to discuss the implications of this unholy intrusion. Led by Bel, the fearsome overseer of the infernal realm, they sought to understand the nature of this threat and devise a plan to crush it beneath their heel. But amidst the chaos of their deliberations, one voice rose above the rest, a voice filled with righteous fury and unbridled rage. It was the voice of Kregon, a demon whose very name struck fear into the hearts of all who heard it. With eyes ablaze with malice, he demanded vengeance upon the interlopers, a punishment so severe that it would send shock waves through the mortal realm for eons to come. And so, as the Council of Demons prepared to unleash their wrath upon the world above, the fate of humanity hung in the balance, teetering on the brink of oblivion as the forces of hell gathered to claim what was rightfully theirs. With a twisted grin spreading across his grotesque visage, Kregon's gaze fixated on the map spread before him. His clawed fingers traced a path to a kingdom nestled in the northern reaches of France, a bastion of mortal arrogance standing defiant against the encroaching darkness. "Behold," he exclaimed, his voice dripping with malice. "This kingdom, a mere speck upon the tapestry of existence, dares to defy us with its feeble walls and fragile defenses. It is but a beacon of hope in a sea of despair, and it shall be extinguished in a blaze of righteous fury." The other demons watched on in anticipation, their twisted forms writhing with anticipation at the prospect of unleashing chaos upon the mortal realm. But Bel, ever the voice of reason amidst the chaos, raised a hand to silence the clamor. "Patience, Kregon," he rumbled, his voice resonating with authority. "We must not act hastily. To strike without careful planning is to invite disaster upon ourselves. We must first assess the strengths and weaknesses of our foes before we unleash our wrath upon them." But Kregon would hear none of it. With a snarl of defiance, he turned his attention to the assembled horde, his eyes burning with a primal hunger. "Very well," he hissed, his voice dripping with venom. "If you lack the courage to act, then I shall take matters into my own hands. I shall descend upon this kingdom like a tempest of destruction, laying waste to all who dare to oppose us." And with that, Kregon vanished into the shadows, leaving behind a trail of chaos and despair in his wake. For in that moment, the fate of the kingdom hung in the balance, as the forces of hell prepared to unleash their fury upon the world above. As Kregon's rampage reached its climax, the monastery nestled within the heart of the castle walls stood as a beacon of resistance against the tide of darkness. Flames licked at the ancient stone, casting twisted shadows across the hallowed halls as screams of anguish echoed through the night. But just as Kregon's demonic horde closed in for the final assault, a blinding light pierced the darkness, illuminating the battlefield with a celestial brilliance. From the heavens above, a cohort of angels descended, their radiant forms striking fear into the hearts of even the most hardened demons. With swords of fire and shields of light, the angels surged forth, their righteous fury driving back the forces of hell with a ferocity unmatched. Kregon, caught off guard by the sudden appearance of his celestial adversaries, snarled in defiance as he faced their leader, a towering figure wreathed in divine glory. "You dare to interfere, Angel?" Kregon spat, his voice dripping with venom. "This realm is ours by right, and we shall not be driven back by the likes of you." But the angel remained unfazed, his eyes ablaze with an otherworldly power as he raised his sword high. "Your reign of terror ends here, demon," he declared, his voice resonating with divine authority. "The forces of heaven shall not allow the innocent to suffer at your hands any longer." With a mighty roar, the battle was joined, a clash of cosmic forces that shook the very foundations of reality. And as the heavens and the hells collided in a cataclysmic struggle for supremacy, the fate of the kingdom hung in the balance, teetering on the edge of annihilation, as the forces of light and darkness clashed in a final, epic confrontation. The chaos of battle raged around them. Darwani, a radiant and ethereal figure among the angelic host, stepped forward with a grace that seemed to defy the very laws of physics. Her eyes, pools of shimmering light, locked onto Kregon's twisted form, with a gaze filled with compassion and understanding.
"Kregon,"
she called out, her voice a soothing melody amidst the cacophony of war.
"you do not have to succumb to this darkness. There is still light within you, a flicker of hope that yearns to be free."
For a moment, Kregon hesitated, the flames of rage flickering in his eyes as he wrestled with the turmoil within his soul. But then, with a sigh that seemed to echo through the cosmos, he lowered his gaze, the weight of centuries of torment bearing down upon him. "You speak of light, Angel," he muttered, his voice barely above a whisper. "But all I have ever known is darkness. How can I turn away from that which has defined me for eons untold?" Darwani approached him, her radiant presence casting a warm glow upon the desolation surrounding them. With a gentle touch, she reached out to Kregon, her hand extended in an offer of peace.
"Because,"
she said softly, her voice filled with an otherworldly warmth,
"even the darkest night must yield to the dawn. There's always a choice, Kregon. A chance to embrace redemption and find solace in the light."
And in that moment, something shifted within Kregon's tortured soul. With a heavy heart and a weary sigh, he nodded, his resolve faltering as he turned away from the chaos and destruction he had wrought. And as he disappeared into the black void that swallowed his legions whole, a glimmer of hope sparked within him, a beacon of light amidst the darkness that threatened to consume him once more.